If you grew up listening to the radio, you know this feeling. This song is a classic and it speaks of summer nights. This is Bob Seger's Night Moves. Let's get into it. Today we are going to be on Capo 1, and you guys can play this song with just 5 open chords. But let's tackle that strumming first. This song actually has a subtle, laid-back feel to its strum and offers a couple choices on how you might want to play it. The standard way that you would sound is kind of like this. Now, if you're just starting out, you can do single strums. And finally, if you're a little bit more advanced, you guys can do a slap strum, just like this. You guys choose what pattern fits you. Now, as I said, we only need 5 chords for this entire song. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the first 3 chords that we're actually going to use in the intro. For the intro, we're going to play a G to an F to a C, and then back to an F, and finally back to a G to play that string one more time. So you're actually going to play that string a total of 2 times. Now, for the F chord, it's more of a passing chord that's played really quickly, and it's going to go by really fast into that C, and from that C back up to the G. Let me go ahead and play it for you guys so you can understand a little bit more of what I'm talking about. Now, another tip on that F chord, it will be an upstroke on the strum within the pattern when you guys go to that, just to be able to make it a smooth transition. So it's... See how that's an upstroke right there? Now, before we get into the verse progression, why not go ahead and give me a thumbs up on this video if you're finding some value. The verse continues the same progression as the intro, but it is played a total of 4 times. And the last line of the verse will actually just be G, F, C. So that whole string 4 times, and then the last line G, F, C, before actually going into the chorus. All right, grab your guitar. Let's play the verse with the chords on screen. You're a little too tall. You used a few pounds. Tight pants, points, hardly renowned. She was a black-haired beauty with big dark eyes. One sitting up, way up high. Way up firm and high. Out past the cornfields where the wood gets heavy. Out to the backseat of my 60 Chevy. Working on the mysteries without any clues. Once you hit that last progression, you guys are going to transition right into the chorus, which will give us our remaining 2 chords, along with playing all the previous ones. Here we're going to play a C to a D, new chord there, to an E minor, back to the D, and then to the C again. You're going to do that a total of 3 times, and then back to the familiar G, F, C, F, and back to the G progression that we learned from the verse. And we're going to do that 2 times on that normal string right there. But just a note, on that chorus, like the verse, here the change is actually faster between the D and the C in that quick turnaround progression. And anytime you go from the C to the D, it's actually going to be a quick turnaround as well. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but let me go ahead and put the chords on screen. I'm going to go ahead and play it slowly and show you what I mean as we play through. Working on the night moves, trying to make some front page driving news. Working on the night moves. Summertime. In the sweet summertime. Now, before we go into the next section, I have a free gift for you guys, a free beginner's bundle linked down below in the description that I know will benefit you. All right, from the chorus, we are going to play another verse, another chorus before getting into a single strum interlude that actually consists of playing an E minor to a D and a G. Here you're going to actually hold that first E minor a little bit longer, and then a single strum E minor D G succession. So let me go ahead and demonstrate so that you can understand what I'm talking about. We're going to come out of that chorus. In the sweet summertime. Play just like that, guys. All right, after the interlude, we'll now off to a start of full strums again, and we're gonna play a C, a G, a C, an F, a D, with a G or hold on a single strum on that final G. This is also what we consider the bridge. So also in the bridge, you don't have to worry about those fast passing chords. All the chords are going to get equal time right here. Let me go ahead and play through that bridge for you and show you how it sounds. Oh, I wonder. Felt the lightning, yeah. Waited on the thunder. Waited on the thunder. All right, we're now up to the last verse after the bridge, which is a more simplified verse actually than the other verses. Here, the entire verse is just single strum hold chords on all the chords. We're actually going to be playing a G, C, G, and then we're going to do C to E minor 3 times, and then C to a G, with a hold on that G before going back to our favorite familiar progression of G, F, C, F progression. All right, guys, I'm going to put the chords on the screen as we play through this final section to see how it sounds. Woke up last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sat and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Ain't it funny how the night moves? We just don't seem to have as much to lose. Strange how the night moves. With the autumn closing in. Now, one quick note right there, guys. When he gets back to that G, it's actually, from what I can see, about a 7-beat count. And he's going to do a little bit of a lick here, which is just open on 5, hammer on to 5, 3, 2 on 5, and then open on 4. And then goes back into the regular strum. All right, from there, we're just going to go ahead and keep playing our favorite familiar line of G, F, C, F line over and over for the outro. Now, for the last 1% of the very final fading line of the song, if you listen closely, there are some chords, including a bar chord used that we're not going to go over today. It's only in the final fade out, so they're not used anywhere else in the song. Since we promised you no bar chords, you can simply ignore those. You can just repeat the G, F, C, F intro progression over and over until the song fades out into silence. That keeps the acoustic integrity without any difficulty. Guys, if you love classic rock songs, make a comment down below and also consider subscribing. And I thought maybe you might like another Bob Seger lesson right up here, Against the Wind, one of my favorite songs. But guys, now go grab your guitar and practice what you have to so you can play what you want to. I'll see you on the next video.